Alright. So, go back to this research. And for symbols, where was it at? Garden supplies.
That is not the one I need.
Are you serious?
That is
Divine Scholastic Syndicate for Vegetation Veneration. The members of the syndicate worship Treewan, the God King. They strive to obtain spiritual peace and release themselves from the material world so generous donations are appreciated.
Here it is. The Divine Syndicate is not a supplier to Kew Gardens. Besides, there is no address here.
In the search for symbol of the expedition pod. No, back to symbols. What? No. No, what am I doing? Go back. London Garden Supplies. Seymour's Garden Equipment and Supplies. We are a premium supplier for all your landscape, gardening, and timber requirements. Full range supply and delivery of sand, soils, mulches, pots, and anything else you may need. 3 Bletton Road, London.
Here it is.
At everything. Do I have any more outfits unlocked? I haven't really changed in a while. I don't think I have any of these. I have this. Top hat. That's it. Okay. No glasses. Facial hair. None. Hit the beard off here, you won't be able to do it. Unbuttoned suit. Sailor outfit? No. Can't use that. I'm gonna go rock the gray. Firm. I am tough. Wanted the beard though, but whatever. To Kew Gardens? Anything else over here? I don't think so. Alright, Kew Gardens. Auction maybe. Yeah. Antique colonial collection and deadly plant stolen. Nope. Alright, this seems like an hour long. Any news recently? Check. Do that. One second. Okay. Back to this. What up? The Divine Syndicate.
Are you aware of the Divine Syndicate?
The Divine what? Is this a joke?
No, I am quite serious.
What a ridiculous name. Anyway, I have never heard of this syndicate.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
And this dude's still in here? Yes, he is. Done. Albert done. The Divine Syndicate.
Tell me, have you ever heard of the Divine Syndicate?
No, I cannot say that I have.
Okay.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
I'm at an impulse here. I don't know. Go see what plants they had here. Pretty sure they had all those. Pretty sure. Open up. Open up. Did they have those? Wait, Vodka. That's there. Dinah Carnivorous, Carolina Embrie, Florum Diabolica. For it requires a particular chemical fertilizer, natural stimulation, nutrition. Caterpillars should work. Caterpillars around here? Might be. I don't know. Check out the ventilation again. Didn't examine you yet. Yeah. Back over here. Don't need the map.
A ventilation system. It should regulate the temperature of the staff buildings.
Oh. That's still locked. That's still on fire. Fully done. Caterpillars over here, the tree. What? Nothing. Interest. Close 0 actually. I don't know if I'm missing anything. This is where the body was. Died over here, I'm pretty sure. Blood. I missed the blood.
Someone fell violently against this sign, and they were injured in the clash. Most likely a head wound. All the clues around here are quite suspicious. I use my imagination to make sense of it all.
Falling on face. Knocking over pot. Falling on face. No, put that backwards. Breaking the door. Breaking the door. Knocking over the pot. Falling on face. Makes sense. Okay.
This reconstruction reveals a disturbing fact. Montague Dunn damaged the door of the Colonial Collection Room.
He was in a panic, or the door was locked. Was it an accident, or a murder then, I wonder?
It was a murder. Okay. Deal was trapped. Defense stolen. Empty collection. From an autopsy of morgue, Montague Dunn. The death is suspicious. Why had he forced the door of the Colonial Collection Room? Why had someone cleaned and emptied the room? Was it a trap or a simple accident? Where am I going now? Scotland Yard. Well, I say, Watson.
I asked Inspector Lestrade to take Montague Dunn's body to Scotland Yard.
It's ready for autopsy then.
Okay. The morgue.
First of all, let us carry out an external examination.
Check his lungs. The face. We bust this open.
There is an injury to the skull, most probably caused by the fall in the water lily greenhouse.
Okay. His eyes look dilated.
The vessels and the pupil of the eye appear quite normal.
Never mind. Nose and mouth look pretty big.
The air from the lungs carries a faint floral aroma.
I can smell that.
There are no
Chest.
suspicious marks upon the chest. Let us finish our external examination so that we can proceed with the autopsy.
Left arm.
Nothing
Skin.
suspicious here.
Okay. Right arm.
No redness, stings, or bruises. Now, let us examine the internal organs.
Cut him up. Alright, Watson. All you. Oh, good job, Watson. It's like Play-Doh. The liver. Yeah, pick it up with your hands, Watson. Not Watson. Sherlock.
The liver tissue is brown. There are no visible pathological signs.
Okay, put this back down. Check out the stomach. Looks too green.
The stomach tissues show no visible pathological signs.
Don't recall the stomach being that green, but okay. The lungs.
The lungs are congested with edematous.
I'm missing something, maybe? Oh, damaged area.
The tissue on the inferior lobe of the right lung is damaged, most probably caused by toxins from an unknown plant.
Alright, so I gotta go look at those things again. The heart.
The heart's blood vessels show no pathological signs. The heart tissue shows no visible pathological signs.
Okay. Heart's clean. Subliver. What I miss?
The liver is enlarged. It would seem that he was suffering from an alcohol addiction.
Wow, dude. Wow. Turn it around. Maybe more. Yep.
There is a small amount of content. It appears that he breakfasted lightly, only a short while before his death. My suspicions have been substantiated. Montague Dunn, the director of Kew Gardens, died from poisoning. Plant poisoning, to be more exact.
You mean
Yes, it is murder.
we should inform Lestrade?
Yes, but do remember, Watson, that I discovered the murder. The challenge is mine.
The challenge, Holmes?
We need to locate that deadly plant. Such a perfect murder appeals to me.
Murder of any kind appeals to you. Is that all we need to do?
No, we also have the people working at Kew Gardens. Martin Hamish and the son of the victim, Albert Dunn.
And also Miss White, of whom we spoke with Mr. Hamish. Should we bring them all here for interrogation?
No, a few innocuous questions at Kew will suffice, as well as a discreet delve into their personal affairs. Yes, Watson, it is time now to open the doors.
Even those in the staff building? I suppose that is necessary.
We should also be concerned with the victim himself. After all, we don't know very much about Montague Dunn.
You're enjoying this already, aren't you?
It's a long one. Hope it's not too long.
More than a little.
It's already 1 a.m. I don't know if I'm gonna finish the game tonight. Alright, first part of the case. That the murder. The killers may be those who stole the exotic plants, including the deadly species, from the last exhibition at Kew Gardens. I need a drink soon. Dune was trapped, poisoning. Dune was poisoned after being trapped in the colonial collection run by the killer. Montague Dunn was affected by inhaling a virulent vegetal poison. Okay. Else around here? Nah. Body's done. Yeah. Cool. I need to go inform Lestrade, maybe.
Locked.
No.
Locked.
Nothing in evidence. What's this? Oh, Dune's belongings. The watch.
This watch is of great value.
Sorry, sneezed. Club card. Or tape. Mr. Montague Dunn.
Membership card for the London Crest Club.
Nice pen.
A beautiful feather pen of a good make.
And this letter. That I probably have to read. Yep. To Mr. F. Wayne, Director of Wayne & Sons Printing Company. My friend, your posters for the great exhibition at the Kew Gardens are very beautiful, but it's truly unnecessary to mention all of the staff. My name alone will be sufficient. Montague Dunn. He's so full of himself, this guy. Okay. What's this? Printing stuff. There we go there. Okay. Peacing out. What do you want? Find the plant that was used to kill Mr. Montague Dunn. Find the stolen plant from the last exhibition at Kew Gardens. Inspect the Kew Gardens, lab buildings, and gather information on Montague Dunn. Find out who killed Montague Dunn. I'm gone. Now for this 3-hour loading screen. I would love it. New activity feed. Ruh-roh. I arrived. what? Why would you post that? Okay. There was a murder. What's up? Emptied colonial room.
Mr. Hamish, can you explain to us what happened to the colonial collection? It seems somewhat depleted.
But, most likely maintenance work, tidying up.
You're not sure, then? But you're the deputy director.
Well, I am busy. I cannot be everywhere at once.
Relationship with Dune.
As deputy director, how was your relationship with Montague Dunn?
To be honest with you, Mr. Holmes, it could have been better. You see, every Tuesday he would carry out his inspection of the gardens, but it was solely to make an impression, great pretense that he cared at all. He would give out absurd orders, ignoring anyone else's opinion. He would then disappear for the rest of the week. He was what some might call a man of action. I'd say rather he was overzealous.
Overzealous.
So after all, it was no wonder, perhaps, that he ended up like that, if you take into consideration his kind of lifestyle.
Dune's lifestyle.
You mentioned that Mr. Dunn led a particular lifestyle.
Well, it's no secret that he enjoyed, celebrating, shall we say. He was a member of the London Smart Set. He was famous for it. That
And
he had an eye for the ladies, to put it mildly, Mr. Holmes.
Oh, whoa. Keys?
Mr. Hamish, can you tell us who holds the keys to the locked greenhouses?
That would be Albert, Mr. Dunn's son. Yes, Albert keeps all the keys, and one can only imagine why.
What do you mean?
Well, he was never interested in Kew Gardens before. And now, all of a sudden, he is trying to act as if he owns the place. I think he wants to take over the management here. He'd do better to leave that to me. He has no experience. No, none at all.
Albert Dune.
What is your opinion of Albert as a student of botany?
He's useless. I often tell him so, and I can only give him cleaning tasks. Botany is not his life's work, and his father well knew it. He was furious about it.
He was?
Oh yes, he forced his son to work here, and he never missed an opportunity to criticize him publicly.
Are you able to elaborate on that?
Well, for example, with our last exhibition here, Mr. Dunn had Albert make a presentation speech. But then, while the lad was speaking, Mr. Dunn interrupted him, asking him difficult questions, making him look like a failure. It was with the intention of making a fool of him, Mr. Holmes.
That must have been terribly humiliating.
Yes, he was crying. He had to leave. Everybody was making fun of poor Albert.
Oh, poor
That is,
Albert.
except
Poor
for Miss
Albert.
Margaret White, who is such a nice lady and who always takes pity on Albert.
Margaret White.
You mentioned a Miss White. Would you tell us more about her?
She is a student who works here part-time. She is quite charming indeed. She possesses a great talent for botany. You should take a look at some of her experiments that she carried out in the laboratory. Ah, if only she were not so... The way she used to flutter around Mr. Montague Dunn. And he couldn't help but be flattered by all her attention. How could an
Oh, he was
intelligent
jealous.
woman such as Miss White not see through his game? I can only scratch my head and wonder.
Super jealous over your lethal plants.
Tell me, Mr. Hamish, do you grow the more deadly variety of plant here?
You mean insectivorous? Yes, but nothing larger than that.
Yo, he killed her.
Thank you, Mr.
He
Hamish.
killed him.
We shall continue our investigation.
Talk to Albert. Playing one-handed, so I'm not gonna sprint. Alright, Albert. Miss White.
Who is Miss Margaret White?
Ah, she is the young lady who studies with me. She visits here sometimes to help out with the greenhouses. In fact, she should be here today. She wanted to work at the seed house. That's the small greenhouse across from the large glass house.
Colonial collection emptied.
We noticed that a part of the colonial collection has been cleared.
Ah, At the moment, I'm just dealing with the storage room. I don't know much about the other rooms.
Relationship with your father?
I imagine that your relationship with your father may have been a strained one.
Yes. I cannot say that he was a kind man, but he never listened to me at all. He forced me to work here. Now, after his death, I've been pondering it over. Perhaps he wasn't so wrong about me after all. I have to follow his path, and I have to manage Kew Gardens. And I can do it. I can be as good as any other who works here.
Martin Hamish.
Would you please tell us about Martin Hamish, the deputy director?
Well, I have to tell you that Mr. Hamish is not and has never been the deputy director of Kew Gardens. My father would not have tolerated it.
Indeed? That is most interesting. He told us that he was.
Yes, because he believes that the management should be passed down to him now that my father is dead. But in actual fact, Mr. Hamish only has the honour of being the garden's longest-serving employee. In fact, if we are to think logically at all, it should be me who takes over the management of Kew Gardens.
Do you not have a good relationship with Mr. Hamish?
I suppose so. But we have very little in common. Mr. Hamish loves his plants and Kew Gardens, and I cannot say that I share his passion.
I see. And how was his relationship with your father?
Oh, he hated my father. It was obvious. He would be furious whenever my father boasted of Kew Gardens in the newspapers or at conferences. He was convinced that my father was stealing all of the credit for himself. That my father treated Mr. Hamish in the same way as he treated anyone. Dismissively. With indifference.
Door keys?
Do you hold the keys to all of these locked doors?
Yes, you can have them. But I cannot give you the keys to the cloakroom. The employees' effects are private. I am sure you understand.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
Albert's ambition? Poisoning? No. Elliot plant stolen? Nope. Okay. Check out the nursery. Check out this place first, actually. I'm on to you.
Locked.
No, it's not. Safe. You know what I'm doing over here? I have no idea, actually. Oh god, I was still going. Come back to that. Photograph.
A photograph of Montague Dunn and Reynold Hamish.
Whoa. Whoa. Champagne.
Champagne. Montague Dunn had good taste.
Yes, you did.
French wine. A remarkable vintage.
Remarkable. Examine Times.
Newspapers discussing Kew Gardens.
I have to read this. 2 pages. The Kew Gardens teams are pleased to announce the successful production of a new variety of barley, one that retains complete resistance to the cold. They have named it the Siberian barley. Mr. Martin Hamish, the proud cultivator of this graft, will hold a press conference next Monday morning upon this very subject. Letter. My dearest Margaret, following our last conversation, I believe it might be better if you vacate your position here at Kew Gardens. As you pointed out quite bluntly, you were no longer in need of my support. You were quite able to stand up for yourself in this world, as you say. Well, I give you back your freedom and wish you nothing but good luck. Montague Dunn. Everything. White explosion and stolen. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Gotta figure out that lock.
What should we do next?
Don't talk to me. What was that? Nothing? I'm seeing things.
Locked.
No, it's not. We have bottle trays.
There was a bottle here. It left behind a trace of the substance that pervaded the laboratory.
Gold dust.
Gold dust? Good heavens. What's it doing here?
The gold is almost immune to chemical attacks, so it may be a valuable auxiliary for various experiments.
But why would anyone perform such experiments in a botanical garden?
Drops.
Several drops of the substance were spilled. Someone carried this bottle around.
Drops.
Several drops of the substance were spilled. Someone carried this bottle around. The bottle is no longer here, but it is possible to detect a faint scent. We need a good nose.
I really need to go back. I won't do it. I won't. Not yet. University book. Examine.
A botany book.
Albert Dune, repeat year.
This student's book belongs to Albert.
Okay.
Locked. It does not.
Oh. Go to the furthest one, please. Thank you. So I can see. There is nothing there. Just gonna slide this one. Yeah. Put that back to there. Oh. No. Okay. Are we good? Cloakroom. Albert done.
Albert's locker.
Photograph.
Young Albert, standing with a woman in front of London University.
Okay. Naval architecture.
Specialist articles on shipyards and ship construction. Albert Dunn has a great passion for shipbuilding and the sea.
Fugitive letter. Thank you, please.
A rejection letter from the British Royal Naval College.
Sir, it is to my regret to inform you that despite your excellent results within our entry examinations, we are unable to invite you into the Royal Navy School. Your father, Mr. Montague Dunn, has expressed his intention to entrust to you the directorship of the Royal Botanic Gardens in Kew. It is clear that he would not release you for an entire year of naval training. Please accept all our best wishes for your future at Kew Gardens. Yours very faithfully, J.M. Lambertrand, Director of the Royal Navy Training Center. A motive. But he didn't do it.
Martin Hamish's locker.
It was definitely Hamish. Guarantee it.
Martin
Chemistry
Hamish
books.
studied chemistry. Interesting.
A letter from Martin Hamish. Mr. General Secretary, recent events unfolding at Kew Gardens obliged me to renew my application for the management position. As I stated already in my previous letters, I believe that no one is better suited for the post. While Mr. Montague Donham was alive, I understood your reservation to my suggestion. Your reasons were political, and so I was happy to comply. But now, the Kew Gardens lie in disorder. How can I stand by and allow it? How can I leave them in the hands of this unexperienced people with no motivation? I must urge you to cast your decision as a matter of urgency, that I may devote myself entirely to the noble task ahead, and free my mind from this uncertainty. Botanical
A
magazine.
review on rare and exotic plants. Martin Hamish has written several pieces.
Okay. Photograph. Father and I.
Father and I.
Kew Gardens. Keep that with me. This is Miss White. Yeah.
Miss White's locker.
The jewel box. Open. Fill it all out. No. Alright.
These
Jewels.
jewels must be worth a small fortune.
Diploma. Vanity purse.
A vanity purse. It is of high quality.
Open it up. Empty. Letter from the family. Margaret, we were surprised to receive your letter. How could you think to ask us for money? After all these years that have passed since you left, and without any thought of us, you have never shared with us any detail of your success at the university, but you choose to do so now. We suppose you must be ashamed of us, for we are not from the same high class as your new friends. Yes, we are modest people, but you should learn to put your family first, as we at home have always done, and none of us ever compromised their reputation, as it appears you have already with your employer, Mr. Dunn. No, Margaret, it is you who makes us feel ashamed. Your parents. Oh, God. Dear Margaret, I know how your financial troubles are overwhelming you at the present time. Please let me reassure you that I could not permit you to remain in such a dilemma. I was born of a wealthy family. I would consider it an honor if you might accept my help. Your devoted servant, Albert. Oh.
Apparently, Miss White is a capable student.
And the hat? No.
A draft of the letter that Miss White sent to her parents.
White studies, much expulsion, how much ambition, poisoning, family. No. 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 Is there anything? I don't think so. Okay. What was that thing I picked up that it didn't automatically make you read? Dialogue. Find a use for the keys and fragment from the statue. Find a use. Okay. Still need Toby. Fully explore this place. Examine the equipment. Missing the mask.
It appears as though the protective equipment is missing from here. Gloves, waterproof aprons, everything one might need for self-protection.
Do they grow dangerous plants here?
Such masks are generally worn when dealing with toxic chemicals.
Okay. Nothing. No.
Chemicals, a sufficient quantity for some serious experiments.
A phonograph used for voice recording. Remarkable.
Yes, this is quite a modern laboratory.
Quite modern.
But I don't hear anything. I don't hear anything.
I'm sorry. Can I turn it the other way? No. What did it?
I don't hear anything.
It's a cylinder.
study report.
An A21S. Note that in.
Martin Hamish's perception of plants. The notion of communication in the plant world has long been considered marginal, yet I remain convinced that some plants do indeed transmit chemical signals in the event of attack.
A study report by Martin Hamish.
Evidence required. Table for experiments.
This is a table for experiments. It resembles my own.
Only this one is kept in good order, Holmes.
Wow. Watson. Wow.
What should we...
I'll fire you, dude. Don't test me.
Locked.
Not anymore. It's over here. Posters. That I don't care for.
This poster is for an exhibition that Martin Hamish was directing. But it had nothing to do with Kew Gardens. This certificate belongs to
Really? How
Martin
long
Hamish.
is this one?
He won a horticultural competition.
That's everything.
See the interior of the Colonial Collection Room from this window.
Yes, we can. Keep it open. Work desk.
A thesis written by Martin Hamish.
My God, gotta read the story over here. Never mind. What was that? Glasses case?
A glasses case. It is empty.
Well,
This
certainly
area
is.
serves as Martin Hamish's office.
Okay. Closed anyway. Diplomas.
An award presented to Martin Hamish for Best Grower of the Year.
Oh yeah, dude? That's grower.
A master's degree diploma. It belongs to Martin Hamish.
Innuendos. Nothing.
These young plants must be delicate if they are kept in the nursery.
Oh, I bet. That's everything here. Gotta go check out... What else? I don't know. I've been everywhere. Take the bus. Oh, this is what the statue's for.
I am curious if the marble that we found will fit this place.
It will.
Here it is. The marble fragment that we found in the Colonial Collection Room is what they have in common.
Mr.
It is a
Dune.
bust of Montague Dunn.
Oh. Whoa. Oh, I'm not done yet. What a mess. Need to learn to clean up after themselves. Like, who does that? Alright.
The seeds
New
of
seeds.
plant species are stored here.
Get out of my way, Watson. I will push you in front of a train. Don't test me.
Locked.
No, it's not. Oh yeah, the seed
Open.
house. And this white? Thought she wasn't here. Alright, Miss White.
Good day to you, miss. You have some very beautiful plants here.
Why, thank you, sir. And good day to you, too. But
Oh, I do beg your pardon. My name is Dr. John Watson. This is my good friend, Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
I am honored to make your acquaintance, gentlemen. My name is Margaret White. Excuse me, but are you Sherlock Holmes, the great detective?
Well, yes, I am.
Yes, I am he.
What a pleasure to see you
I
here
do
at
say
Kew
so
Gardens.
myself.
Are you working on a case?
What's up? Expensive something? Jewelry?